Hello, everybody. Get it together, girl. Hello, everybody. This is Jamerica with Jamerica Life, and it's time for us to upplant our bulk planted seeds. What is this? TATSOI. So let's get it, because they're in there. This is a bunch of them. They're in there and they need to be separated. So I have some soil right here. See that? I have my pots right here. Soil is already wet. And we're gonna plant them. We're going to plant them. Let's go. All right, let's get it out. Yeah, the roots are coming out the bottom. See that? We have to slowly get them apart. And all I do is I crack them. Let them break wherever they may. Hopefully we get them out without breaking anything, because the leaves are entwined. See that? So we need to separate, part like the Red Sea. Slowly part them apart, like combing your hair, because these leaves are together. Okay, I almost got it. So I have it in two. I'm gonna take this piece and I'm gonna put it back in here. We'll work on this one first. So you grab your pot, right? And once you get them apart, you need to start taking them apart more, little by little, without ripping too much of the root. So I'm not grabbing it by the head of the plant. I'm grabbing it by the soil portion. See that? I'm all scrunched up. And then because these leaves are intertwined, and this stuff is like lettuce texture, so I got that one separated, right? Come on now. Don't give me a hard time. I'm gonna put these in here because that's about 4 of them right there. Put that right there. Move it out of your way. All right, so we have 3 of them right here. So let me get some soil. Put it right there. And I get upset if I break them. There's one right there. That's real small. I'm gonna put that there for a minute. I want one of the big ones. So I'm trying to get it apart, right? Trying to relax and get it apart. And there's one right there. So I'm gonna put that right down there, right? And all that legginess that was on it, I'm burying some of that. I need to go and get some of the cover that I bought. Some of the stuff to augment this that I purchased just for this up potting. I learned it on Sweet Tomato Vine Homestead. That's what she does. Forget the name of it, but I'll get it in a minute. Give me one sec. Okay, so I have a little bit of perlite here. I'm gonna put it on top. I don't think this is what she uses, but this is what I have. This is what I have. Hopefully it stops it from dampening off. I don't really have a problem with dampening off, but just in case, put some of that on there. All right. That's one. Grab another pot. Move this out of the way. How about that, girl? I don't know. Maybe I'm not going to use that stuff. Just do things the way I always did it. Make a hole. Pick up the plant from the root part and kind of pivot so that you don't rip or break the top off. This is a small one, but I'm going to get it. I got it. There it goes. Get the root in there and pinch it in. Number 2. Get some more soil. How y'all doing today? I get into my little rhythms and Ugh. So busy. I got in last night about 9:30. Working with them goats and them little sheep. I gotta make sure they get food and water every day. So that's what I do. Pull all this out. There's a lot of root on this one. So I'm gonna put it like that. Stand her up. All right, stand her up as best I can. Backfill it. Time is flying, man. Seemed like I just did this. Seems like I just did this. Now this one is off center, but it's in there. As long as I get all them air pockets out of there, I don't mind. Here's another one. Move this soil to the side. I don't waste nothing. Okay, let's grab the smaller one of the bunches. So we have 2 bunches, right? Put some soil in here. And let's move this apart. Up. Get that right there. Separate it right there. Separate it. Okay. And pull it apart. There we are. There we are. That one broke off, so I'm gonna take that off. These little ones that fall off, these little ones that fall off, I'm gonna give it to my my chickens. These leaves, they ain't going to waste. Move this to the side. Put that in there. Stand it up. And put this so you can see it. Fill in the sides. Not too high, but high enough. Plant's gonna do a lot better. Well, it's already doing great, but it's got its own place now. One little pot like this will fill up this tray, if not more. So I got 3 in here, 3 right here. This one broke. Take that off. Separate them gently, right? By the root. Don't hold it by the head. And thank goodness the soil is loose. There's a lot of root on this one, so I'm gonna have to. Oh, there's not that much in there. I'm gonna put it like that. Lay it on its side, and just cover up. Fill in the air pockets. Stabilize it. Don't press too hard because these what are they, TATSOI? They will break on you easily. They feel like similar to celery without the strings. That's what TATSOI is. It'll break on you quick. All right, there's another one. It's uneven, but it's in there. Put a little bit more. Just want it to be stable. That's all. Okay. Next one. Grab some wet soil. I got more soil in the garage. I ain't worried about it. I got 2 here. They're smaller. And all I'm doing is separating them, right? Fill this one up a little bit more. Stick a hole in there. Pinch it down. Here we go. Here we go. Get another one. Pinch it down. Make sure we fill in all those little air pockets around the sides. And there it is. 7 done. Over to the side. Move my bowl because I don't want to break that. That's glass. All right. So far I have 7 done. Here's my pots. I don't know where to put this. Where am I going to put it? There we go. Grab this, another bunch. Hold it by the roots because the roots are heavy. The head is not. The heads are not. They're delicate. So we're going to take this apart the best way we can. There we are. I'm going to lay them down. Lay them down here in this soil. Forward. Okay, so I have a bunch here. I'll use this one first. This one got a big old juicy one right there looking at me. And I'm gonna pull it apart. I hate when I hear the roots pop. There's one right there. Okay. Open it up. Drop this down. And fill it in. Another one down. Put that there. Move the soil forward. Grab this bunch. Separate it out. There we are. Make sure you get them as much to the root as possible. Stand it up. I'm trying to relax, but this is a little tedious because I know that this thing will snap on me if I'm not careful. I could tell by the way it handles. Gotta be careful with your seedlings. This has been going on for a little while. You know, we worked on this a couple weeks ago, and I don't necessarily want to do it again. The ones that are here and doing well, I want them to stay doing well. Okay, I got another one here, and I'm just gonna separate these out. There we go, and pull gently. Oh my goodness. Take the one that wants to go, huh? Those two are stuck together. There's that one. One of them is leggy. I just realized that. So I got this one out. Look at that. Get all that root in there. Right? Don't force it down either. They're leggy. That's all right. Use that leg to your advantage. Just hold it up and fill it in. It'll straighten itself out. After a while, you won't be able to tell that it's leggy if it's leggy. Speaking from experience. There we go. There's another one. I got 2 here. Uh-oh. Got 2 here, and this one is super leggy, and the other one isn't. I don't know if I should keep these 2 together. I'm separating it carefully. Oh gosh. Hopefully that's enough root because I broke off a lot of the root on this one. All of it's still on this one. Don't put it next to each other because they tangle up like hair. Get all tangled together. Move this forward. I gotta go get some more soil. I am out. There we are. Put a hole in there. Take this, see the stem? Take this, stick it down in there. Pinch it in on it, and pinch it down. Almost got 12 and we still got a whole bunch. So it's more than about 15. No, it's more than 15. It's about 20. So let me go and get some more soil and I'll be right back. Got to put this up first though. That's a lot right there. That's about 6. And here goes the 7th one. All right, Jamaica, you can do it. Don't forget to wet your soil. You gotta do it. It's gotta be muddy. Well, not muddy, but it's moist. It's gotta be moist. And it takes a while for it to soak in. I don't use this bowl no more for food, so don't worry about it. All right. There we are. Make sure it's not dry. Find a dry piece, throw it in the water. I'm just squeezing it in. Not muddy, but moist. See that? Moist. All right. Just like the stuff it's coming out of. You want to get it back to the same kind of consistency. All right, let me move the water out the way so it don't end up on the floor. See how muddy my hands are? Not afraid to get my hands dirty. All right, this one right here had a lot of root on it. Not necessarily its roots, but it has a lot of roots, so I gotta take some of this out. All right, we're gonna lay it down like it's in bed. We're gonna put it to bed right there, and then we're gonna fill in around it. This doesn't take long to do, it's just doing it. And I have a whole bunch of them, which is kind of, it always happens to me like that because I get kind of overwhelmed looking at all these plants. I just let them sit there, and sometimes I let them sit there too long. Sometimes I don't replant them until I put them outside in the ground. That ain't the right way to do it, but sometimes that's how it works. There we are, number 12. All right, I should have got another flat, but it's okay. The table's already wet, so it's all right. So we have, move this up. Move that out the way. So we have about 6 more here. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. This is 12 that we just did. So I'm pull these out. And we're gonna get them done. Make time. You gotta make time. Every day, try to do a little bit. Because yeah, it is overwhelming. Planting them, I mean, when you get a seed, you don't realize it's gonna become a plant, and they're only gonna get bigger. Or if you don't replant them, they won't get bigger. They'll get it together, girl. You'll stunt their growth if you don't replant them in time. Like a malnourished child. That's what the plant will be. And after a while, they'll all turn yellow because all the nutrients will be gone and the roots will be strangling each other. So here's another one. It's not centered, but it's in there. They're in there fighting. Oh, Lord. I tried to put them outside, some of them, but they're just too little and they were not doing well out there. So I bring some of them back in, but shoot, they ain't getting along. Just pulling this one off, right? Pre-separating it. Getting some soil. Table's a mess already. Someone bought me something to prevent me from doing this, but no, it's outside. I didn't use it. Now it's too late. So here's another one right here. Pinch it in. Stand it up. There we go. Yes, day by day we're getting it done. If they didn't come up, you know what I was going to do, right? Replant. I'm in zone 8B, 9A. And you can grow these jokers inside. So you don't necessarily have to not plant your stuff. If you miss your timeline, like if you're up north or you're in, zone 6, 5, 4, maybe 7. 7 might be a plant too, depending. Go ahead and do it inside and get some grow lights. These were under grow lights. Look how green they are. And all you have to do with brassicas, give them some good soil and give them some nitrogen. Them leaves are going to grow. Some of that fish emulsion, that's what you use that for. That's what that 511, that's for brassicas. You get plenty of leaves. You just harvest and keep on harvesting. Don't pluck the whole plant. Pluck off some leaves and leave it there and let it grow some more, like a house plant. But it needs that light. Now, some people say you got to have grow lights. I don't use grow lights. I use shop lights. I do have those two little things right there. Those are the only grow lights I have. The other ones on my grow station, shop lights. A lot of people are using shop lights because grow lights are expensive. And they do the same thing. You just have to check the lumens. You have to look it up. I don't remember what it was. I did my research and that's what I did. I was like, oh, no. Shop lights will work for me. It was super cheap compared to the other ones. Oh yeah, they were way cheaper. Here we go, another one. I only have 2 left. Yay! TATSOI is done. And I got a whole bunch of it. I didn't even realize I had these seeds until I kept on hearing people say, I'm gonna plant me some TATSOI. And I looked and I saw a packet that said mustards, and then in little print it said TATSOI. I was like, oh, I have it already. I knew I heard this conversation before. Usually when I hear some people brag about something, not brag, but talk about a plant like it's the next best thing to sliced bread, I go ahead and order the seeds right then before I forget. And I forgot that I remembered, or I remembered that I forgot. Forgot that I remembered that I forgot. Whatever. This is a pretty plant too. I had it last year. I didn't know what it was. I was like, what is the name of this plant? Because I had planted so many things. I always do. I had planted so many plants that I was like, what is this? Who are you? Like meeting a bunch of people at a party and you trying to remember everybody's name and who's who. Same principle with these plants. I'm like, I don't know what you are, but I know you're brassica and that you're edible. I'll just mix all you guys together. I do, however, like mustards. I like mustards a lot. I like mustards and turnips. Oh man, I didn't start liking turnips until I was stationed in Kentucky, and one of my friends, man, she cooked some turnip greens. She could cook them turnip greens. Them turnip greens were delicious. And I don't usually say vegetables are delicious, but they were very good. There was also a guy in Korea who cooked some collard greens. Man, them collard greens were awesome. My family cooks look like amateurs. Now they were good cooks, but they didn't cook they cooked them collard greens and they were sharp. Ooh, I used to get in trouble for not eating that stuff. I was like, I am not eating those collard greens. Eat your greens. They're good for you. Tastes like Persian. All right, let's go ahead. We got all our TATSOI done. Let me go get another flat and we're gonna plant some more. I'm gonna go get some more soil too. Okay, so I'm gonna move this forward because that's one tray of TATSOI. And then we have 6 more. So a half a tray. Funny how they can multiply like that, huh? That's why, I mean, I like the snail seed roll, but it makes such a mess. So does this though. I guess can't teach an old gardener new tricks. Although was impressed. I'll put this in here so I'll know what that set is. Can't teach an old gardener new tricks because I really do like the snail seed roll. Especially since maybe I will do some snail seed rolls because you don't have to plant those. You just leave them in there until you get them in the dirt, in the normal dirt, wherever you're going to plant them, in a pot or whatever. All right. The thing is with these though, they get all tangled up. That's the difference between them and pepper plants and tomato plants and eggplants. Those are more structured. These leafy greens, it's hard for me to get them out of that tray, much less on a seed snail roll. It'll be a matted mess. So that's the only thing that, I'm kind of worried about because I had trouble getting these out. And they're in different cases. So I'm just rehydrating the soil. I should have got more soil, but it's okay. And I should have got more pots. I'm going to have to get back up. I only have like 6 more pots. Yep, 6 more pots. All right, this is cabbage. This must be green acre cabbage because I just wrote cabbage on it. Some of them are doing well, but some of them weren't getting any light. So let's get this out. Turn it upside down. The roots are coming out of the bottom. So it's time. How many are in here? That's one. About 5 or 6 of them are in here. One big one and a whole bunch of little ones. I lost a lot of the roots, but that's okay. Okay, here's one. We'll use this. That's one right there. Put some soil in. Did I break one off? Shoot, I think I did. Okay, fill that up to almost to the first lip because there's 2 lips on there. There's a head space that you have to use, and here's the plant. Never grab it like that, like I just did. That was the wrong way to hold it. And fill it in. Make sure you cover up all the roots. That's one. And that's just regular green acre cabbage. Put that right there, since this is cabbage. Move this out the way. Okay, we're gonna take off another one. Where's that big mama? There's a big mama right here. See, some of them will grow way bigger than the others. Get some soil. Uh-oh, almost broke it. Shoot, be careful, Jamaica. Get some soil, put it down in there. Hold the leaves up like this with these big ones. And fill it in. I feel such accomplishments when I get this stuff properly done. Then all I have to do is harden it off and get it in the ground. That's the fun part, getting it in the ground. There we go. That's a big one, so I'm gonna put it right here. Move it over, move it over. There we go. Get some more soil. All right. Let me see how many we have. Oh man. Shoot. See, there's some baby ones here. I'm just gonna I'm gonna separate them and put them with the bigger ones, because they might survive. That's one. And that's two of them together right there. They're going in the same pot. Right there. Where did the other one go? It's right here. You going with you. Hold it up. Not too high, Jamaica. We don't want to dampen it off. Just enough to cover the roots and give it enough soil to do what it got to do. There we are. In the pot you go. All right. Grab another one. Now I told you we got a little one here, right? Right there. It's right here. Make sure I get that in. Waste not, want not. That's a plant right there. See a little one? Oh, there's 3. Shoot. Okay, I figured it out, girl. Okay, here we go. This is 2. There's 2 cabbages in this one. Stick it in, hold them up. Hold them up gently, right? Like that. Not too worried about getting the leaves dirty. I just don't want to bury them. Hold that up. Get the soil around it and not over it. Work the soil around it. There we go. In. I have one here, and we'll put it with this one. So I'll put my nail down here, gently. Take this one and dip it in there. There we are. All is well. So, put this way, this one this way. Turn it around. I have 2 more spaces, right? I got mud everywhere. Let's get something else. This is Napa cabbage. How many are here? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 big ones and 4 small ones. I get the 2 big ones out, and then I'll just replant the small ones back in that pot. That's what I'm gonna do. Unless I could use this one. How many are in here? This is Ford Hook. I'm gonna do the Ford Hook. Yeah, I'm gonna do the Ford Hook. All right. This is the Swiss Chard, the big one. The big green one. Look at them roots. I love it when a plant come together. Take 2 of these out. And they're all tangled up. You just gotta untangle them before you separate it completely, or you're gonna lose a bunch of leaves, and you don't wanna do that. Stress the plant out more than it already is gonna be, because it don't enjoy this process. All right, so I got 2 Ford Hook right here. What is this? Do I see roots on this? I do see roots on that. Put it in there. All right. So we're gonna put this back in. These. Because we're approaching the end of our planting session. Put these back in. Golly, pal. Put these back in. All right. Okay, we're just gonna hold that right there. Push it down gently. Right, those are not gonna get planted today. These two are though. So here's two that are already beginning to wilt a little bit. Separate them because they are trying to stay married, and pull them at the base. Separate them out. That's one in my hand. If it breaks off like this thing did, pinch it off. Pinch it off. Put this back in here. Get all your root in and cover it. Okay, here's your forward hook. Done. Careful, America. Feel like putting a stick on this thing, but it's okay, standing up finally. Okay, we got one more. I'm finding remnants of plants. Just check to see if they have roots before I bury it. Because if they have roots, I'm gonna plant it. Not as too much. So I put about half in there because there's a lot of root on this one. Swiss chard, forward hook. This joker made it through winter. It did not go away. It passed away, went all the way down the ground. I was like, oh, all of my Swiss chard passed away. And it came back up. I had it for over a year. I think the heat got it eventually. The joker was resilient. That Texas heat said, I got something for you. You think you made it. Wait till you get a load of me. Okay, so we got that planted. Trying to get it stand up. Forward hook is big. It's not standing up, and I don't want it to twist off. I don't want it to twist off. Okay. So, I did 2 platters. It's going to the chickens. I'm gonna clean this place up, and then we're gonna put some of this on top of it to stop some of the dampness from possibly dampening it off. And we'll be done here. It's so fun planting, right? I was all tensed up. Forward hook, I'll put that. Oh, that's Napa. This is forward hook right here. I could tell what they are right now. So they look different. They look different. You shall know them by what they look like. So guess what this is? Guess what that is? Vermiculite. That's what she was talking about. That is Sweet Tomato Vine Homestead. That's where I got this tip from. So didn't have a lot of problems with dampening off, but it's always good to be cautious, right? So I bought some. She does it this way, so I said she's a very good gardener. I'm gonna try to do better every year. And this stuff wasn't that expensive. Every year I try to, build on my skill, my growing seedling skill. And she just took a little bit and put on top, and that's what I'm gonna do. Very same thing she did. And I give credit where credit is due. There's some good gardeners out there. Harvey Container Garden, Sweet Tomato Vine Homestead, and Georgia Peach Nut. Always doing stuff from scratch and showing you what they do and the progression of what they do and them doing it. That's important, right? Now, I'm a good gardener too now. I ain't slighting myself, but we can always learn from one another. Do not be too proud to give somebody their props. We need to help each other. If you see somebody doing something that's going to be a detriment to their garden, you go ahead and let them know. Now, I'm not saying put them on blast during a live or anything. I'm talking about, kind of in private. Say, hey, you might want to do this. Some of us appreciate stuff like that. You could tell where people's hearts are, though. They're being messy or not. Definitely tell. One person could tell you something, and another person could tell you the exact same thing, and it'd be a totally different message. Depends on your relationship with them and who you perceive them to be and who they are. Shoot, some of them be throwing shade, and some people are just trying to help you. Some people ain't. So you got to decipher who's who. Who are you? Who? Sometimes, though, let me tell you a trick. When people try to get on your doggone nerve and slight you and throw shade, act like you don't know what they talking about. Just leaving grace. You ain't got to confront everybody. That's what grace is all about. Unless they really do something egregious, then you address it. But why? Especially if you ain't got to deal with them no more. I'll be like, yeah. In my mind, I'll act like I don't know what they talking about. Like I'm dumb as dirt. It has gotten me out of a lot of bad situations, ignoring and acting like I don't understand. Because people sometimes are waiting for your reaction. That's what they want, your energy. Good or bad, mostly bad. They want to prove that you're a bad person. To everybody else, they want you to go act ignorant, leave in grace. Let them live with what they did. And it's, you know what? Sometimes some people ain't got no conscience, so don't expect them to feel bad about it. They just want to bring you down to their level. There is a saying, never argue with the idiot. They'll drag you down to their level and beat you with experience. Just let it go. Leave in grace. Leave with your dignity. Out there being ghetto fabulous and ghetto-licious. We used to say that all the time because I remember we lived in a community, my husband and I, my ex-husband and I, we lived in a community, right? And man, this girl and guy, they got into it outside, arguing, telling all their business to everybody. We don't necessarily want to hear. I don't want to hear that crap. I have my own problems. Some people enjoy messiness, and usually their life is a mess too. But I didn't want to hear that stuff. And that's what we said to one another, ghetto-licious and ghetto-fabulous. Don't be bringing yourself, and some people will try to take you there. That's the evil thing about it. They try to take you there. They see you trying to be peaceful. They're going to try to make you ignorant. They say, I know I could get her goat. I know I could upset her. And that's what they do. If you let them. Sometimes you just got to swallow your pride. Say, okay, that was foul in your mind. You ain't got to say it to them. Because that's addressing it. And just let them think they got away with it. Don't ever, when you leave their doorstep or when you leave that area, you knock the dust off your feet, off your shoes, like the Bible, and never return. Or never let them come in your house. Devil has to be invited in. Once you realize who it is, you just separate yourself from it. Literally, physically, if you can. Mentally, you could, if you have to be around like coworkers, try to limit your exposure. Say, this person is dirty. Well, to me, did something dirty to me, and I'm gonna make sure it never happens again if I can help it. But if they keep pressing their luck, catch them in the corner quietly, away from everybody. Then you address it. I remember when I was a kid, I had this one girl who was picking on me. Because you see how light-skinned I am, right? And in our neighborhood, if you're light-skinned, well, in any neighborhood, minority neighborhood, if you're light-skinned like me, first of all, they won't call you an albino. Albinos can't stand going to the sun at all, and there's a medical issue. That's the first thing they want to call you. And the next thing, to say that you're truly unaccepted in the black or minority community, they call you a white girl. Very, very racist. Very racist. And she was calling me a white girl. So I waited. It was raining. I remember that. It was raining. I caught her by herself. No backup. And most of the time, when you have a bully, they ain't a bully by themselves. A lot of times, them bullies, they're big and bad in front of their friends. And I caught her in the rain. Me and my crazy little butt. And we were walking on the sidewalk. It's in New York. And in New York, the sidewalk is about 3 feet wide. Right? I made that heifer go into the street. You ain't walking on this sidewalk. My umbrella needs this sidewalk. And you know she got out of my way? She did. We had already got into it physically, and she didn't win. But she was upset because I beat her tail. This is when we were kids too. We were preteens. Over some fast-tailed boy who was running around trying to sleep with everybody, to include me. I never did anything with him. And she lost, and she wanted a rematch. She wanted a repeat. I think they were gonna jump me. That's what I think. That's why I never said anything. I just keep on walking, keep my head up, and keep on walking. I said, one day I'm gonna catch her. I'm gonna catch her by herself. It's gonna be on and popping. I never went into the street. Then I joined the army and I didn't see her no more. No. She tried to address it again. She caught me with her friends one day, right? And there's always people, and these are adult, and sometimes, let me tell you, it doesn't stop with childhood. There are people who get a kick out of turning the knife or keeping stuff going. It's just ridiculous. And some of these people are in their 60s. Like, what the heck is wrong with you? Didn't you grow out of that? Get it together. So this little girl was carrying news. And the thing was, I didn't even talk to that little girl. She was just making it up. Not everything you hear that somebody tell you that somebody else said actually happened. Sometimes people lie. I didn't even talk to that little girl. So she was like, I heard you was talking about me. I said, look, I was already joining the army. I couldn't afford to get no police record or anything. I didn't want to be in no trouble. I just wanted to get out of there. She said, blah, blah, blah. I said, you was talking about me. I said, look, I don't want to be here anymore. In this neighborhood anymore. With you or none of y'all. I don't care what y'all do. I said, I'm getting ready to leave and you ain't going to mess me up. I said, let's go over to that girl's house to find out what really happened. Man, I knocked on that chick's. I said, wait, who said it? We went to that chick's door. And she was like, you said that she said stupid stuff. I was so irritated. Stupid. Stupid stuff. You said that she said, and I said, little girl, because she was a little girl. She was younger than us. I said, I don't even talk to you. Don't go around making trouble for me just because you know they don't like me. Don't go making no trouble for me. And I said, and I ain't gonna be here much longer, so you ain't gotta worry about me talking about you no more. Because I won't be here to talk about you. And I walked away. Some people, I've seen people get attacked though, but if she had attacked me, I'd have pressed charges. I'd have let her beat me up. Because I couldn't afford to get in no trouble. The devil will send people your way to mess you up. They will mess you up. And sometimes you never recover. I've seen so many people, they say, and it's in the Bible, bad company will ruin you. Ruin you. I wasn't in their company. I didn't want to be bothered. I just wanted to go. I never told my family about that. Because they would say, oh, that's just so childish. But some people sometimes you have to fight your way out of it. Because the first time she and I got into it, I couldn't back down. I had to fight her physically. And then when she lost, she was upset. It was so bad. First of all, we almost got arrested. And second of all, my mama took a look at that girl after we finished and she gave me a beating. That's how bad it was. She was apologizing. I said, I was attacked. I don't ever start any fight. I don't start anything. I try not to. I try to stay out of people's way. If I don't like them, I leave them alone. That's how I was raised. If you don't like somebody, stay away from them. But a lot of people are not like that. Because Jamaicans, they'll hurt you. You mess with them long enough, they ain't to be played with. They would say, you don't want to ramp with me. That's what my cousin used to say. It hurt you. Bad tempers. So because I know that, I'm like, okay, fine. But she attacked me. I ain't had no choice. And I was upset after she was all beat up. And I went, I was working on a farm. I was working in the fields. I was stronger than her. I always worked hard physically. And she apparently was over there smoking on the Bacalolo and sitting on the porch. You know what Bacalolo is, right? Sesame, marijuana. It's legal in New York now, but back then it wasn't. They were doing it consistently. And I wasn't, because I knew that if I did that, I wasn't going to be able to go in the army, because they drug tested our butts. I think it was 2 times they drug tested us. And if you came up hot on a urinalysis, they ain't want you. You want no drug addict, they're going to have to rehabilitate. They got enough problems. They had enough drug addicts from the Vietnam War. They ain't want no new ones. They're trying to wean those guys off. Because those guys were doing that stuff. They were doing some stuff. When I went in the military, man, the Vietnam vets, they're just trying to cope. And now I understand everybody has different experiences, but they were smoking drugs as a coping mechanism. Drinking and smoking is a coping mechanism for some people. It's not just addiction. It's because they're trying to forget some stuff. I felt bad for some of them because it happened again in my lifetime. People lose the light in their eyes. And it's not just military people who that happened to. It's people who have certain experiences, life-altering experience. There's no light in their eyes left. It's like a shadow of a person. Every now you see a flicker, and then it goes away. Anyway, I don't know how I got on that, planting these plants. I always got something to say. Don't let these people ruin your life. Don't let the most time it's jealousy, the haters. Don't let the haters make trouble for you or make you do something to lose everything you have. Because that's what they want. They want you to lose it. It's an evil thing to do. Usually they end up paying with it because God is always watching. God sees things that we do not see. He hears conversations that we don't hear. He sees everything. And I have a strong belief in God. And I believe that you do something like that to somebody and it eventually comes around and gets you tenfold. I've done some bad things and they came back to me. So I am not above any of that. I'm not preaching like I'm above all of that because I've done some wrong in my day. And I'm probably, what is it? Every saint has a past and every sinner has a future. It's from a movie. This is Jamerica with Jamerica Life, and this is the planting of the TATSOI, the Green Acre Cabbage, and the Forward Hook Swiss Chard. Voila. We got plenty more over there to do, so. I got so many stories. I'm sure you do too. I'll see you on the next one, all right? Bye.